Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of World Wrestling Affliction. We are here again in the theater of Affliction, and we know what this music means. The ever hateful Bushido walking to the ring. As you can see there, Jet Kobayashi rocking his new global championship around his waist. And I'm sure Bushido doesn't have anything nice to say. They never do. But let's find out and hear what they have to say, because these guys were just annoying last season. They weren't dominant, but they acted like they were. And here they are acting like they are once again. So let's hear what they have to say. Oh my god, Falcon just attacked Jet Kobayashi. And I mean, Jet just well, sorry, Falcon just claimed that Bushido won the championship, and Jet turned around and said, "No, I earned the championship. You know, Bushido didn't help me." And now Falcon just snapped and is turning on Jet Kobayashi now. What the hell is happening here at the start of this season? I'm I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Falcon now taunting. And just wow, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can say. So Falcon has said now that Yamamoto's out, he's gone, he's left, he dealt with TK Landon. Falcon's taking back over control of Bushido, which, if you ask me, Falcon was always the leader. I mean, it came down to Yamamoto came back and he didn't really do much as leader. Bushido did a lot more in the early season before Yamamoto came in. And then after Yamamoto came in, Bushido kind of just like fizzled out. Like they didn't really do too much. So with Falcon leading the helm, unfortunately, that may mean we have to see them a bit more. But he just turned on the global champion and just challenged him to a title match, which I can't believe. That is wow, okay, I'm getting word that the general manager has confirmed that that match will happen at the Blood and Thunder PLE this weekend. And that is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading towards our first PLE of the week, of the month, of the season. That's the word I was looking for. So we have a brilliant PLE plan for you. So far, we have confirmed that Trav versus Andres Loss of the world title is happening. We now have confirmed that the men's global championship will be the Falcon versus the Falcon versus Jet Kobayashi. The women's global championship, we have confirmed, will be Taryn Sky, who earned her number one contendership at Wrestle Empire at the end of last season, will be challenging Rose Hamilton, our champion, who beat Hannah O'Grady in a kind of controversial way, if you will. But I'm also getting word that the Women's World Championship and the Women's Tag Team Championships have competitors, but we don't know who they are. So they will be in contention, but the general manager hasn't told either us or the champions who will be challenging for those titles. And then, not to mention, we will be continuing with the Warrior Path Championship here in this at the PLE. We'll be having one match from every pool, but we'll also be having 2 matches from Pool 1. And that should be an amazing showing. But for now, we kick off here. So now we kick off this episode with the Senshi versus Xander Knight representing their pool. And so far, I believe it is the Senshi on 0 points with Xander Knight on 1 point, having that draw decision at the end of their match, at the end of his match against Percy Iron last week. So they're definitely, both of these superstars, looking to earn a win in the win column here and get 2 points in their pool, because otherwise they may be at the risk of not being able to qualify for the semi-finals at next month's PLE. If the math doesn't math that way, it turns out that it could be, it could write out these two if it ends in a draw or even a loss for one person could basically write them out. I mean, mathematically, there still may be a chance for him to get in, though it's not looking likely. A nice leg lock there from the Senshi. Now, you gotta wonder what's going through the Senshi's mind. I mean, he just watched his best friend get turned on by his faction leader. The Senshi and Jet Kobayashi very much were great friends in the faction. And, you know, you got to think, like, what's going on through the mind of the Senshi now? Is his mind focused on the Warriors Path tournament, or is his mind focused on the fact that his faction leader just turned on his really good friend? And that could play a part in the mental processing that's going on in the mind of the Senshi right now here in this match. Meanwhile, Xander Knight just looking to try make a name for himself. I mean, his first appearance here in the company wasn't the best, with a draw decision against Percy Iron in his first match here in this tournament. I mean, mathematically, he's only had 1 match. A win here tonight could put him in 3 points in the lead, meaning if he wins the next match, he would be at 5 points, making it so that it would have to be Percy Iron who wins his next match to be a tie for 5 points each. But here we go with the cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Definitely not enough yet. The Senshi taunting. Lenos. Throw into the corner, just toss him across the ring. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Xander Knight staying in this match. Crawling to the ring. The kick to the gut. Xander Knight fighting back now. The Senshi rolling to the outside. Xander Knight watching him like a hawk. decides to jump, big crossbody off the top rope. Now fighting on the outside. And you got to think in Xander Knight's head, he's thinking, I've got to get it in the ring, or this will be another draw, and I will only be on 2 points. Oh, and the knee to the face just busting the Senshi open. And dropping the knee once again. Here we go, throwing him in the ring. Now, Xander Knight just attacking the back of the Senshi now. Going to the top rope. What's he going for? Misses a missile drop kick. Still has time to catch the Senshi, but not enough. Because the Senshi recovered with a nice counter. Oh no, throws him to the outside again, taunting him. The Senshi just watching. Never mind, he goes on to the outside now. And targeting that leg of Xander Knight. Xander Knight fighting back furiously on the outside of the ring now. Twisting that leg. They really need to get in the ring, or else this could be another draw decision. And there's no urgency to try to get them back in the ring now. We're at an 8 count. Xander has 2 seconds to get in the ring. We're at a 9 count. Come on, Xander, get up. And that's a 10 count. Although the Senshi technically wins, due to the rules of the Warrior Path Championship, this is declared a draw victory. So that means Xander Knight gets 1 point. He's still technically at 2 points, so he has enough points to class as 1 win, though he's already had 2 of his 3 matches here in this pool. The Senshi earns 1 point. I'm not mathematically inclined enough to do the points in my head right now, but if my math is correct, then Xander Knight still has a chance to tie with AJ Perez if he beats AJ Perez. But for now, let's go on to our lovely Lauren Quinn. Well, I don't know what that means. Trev just said, I'll show you what malicious compliance means. And I have absolutely no idea what that is supposed to mean. But as I was saying before Lauren Quinn, we have basically AJ Perez has to go through the 3 superstars in his pool, which are the Senshi, Xander Knight, and Percy Iron. The Senshi's basically out. So his match will be last in case there needs to be a tiebreaker. But essentially, it comes down to if AJ Perez wins all 3 of his matches, then he's through. It's guaranteed that he's through. But if AJ Perez loses to Xander Knight in their match, then there's still a chance for Xander Knight to stay in it. If if AJ Perez wins the next 2 matches. However, if AJ Perez loses one of his 3 matches and then loses to Percy Iron, loses to Xander Knight, I apologize, then Xander Knight's through. Though Percy Iron is on 3 points, so if Percy Iron beats AJ Perez, Percy Iron is guaranteed through because he'll be on 5 points and there'll be no way for anyone else to earn that many points. So it's a mathematical conclusion? A mathematical conundrum, that's what I'm looking for. But there is still a chance for 3 people in that pool to earn their spot in the semifinals at the next PLE. But for now, we focus on these 2 right here. Quantum of Eminence and Ledesma of High Voltage. Now, this rivalry needs no introduction. It basically started midway through last season. Basically, they were put in a ladder match and the winners would win the contract of Mr. Peter Michaels' managerial skills. High Voltage won that match. They also, with earning that contract, earned a tag team title match. Though Mr. Peter Michaels basically claimed that he was impressed by both teams, that he was going to manager both teams, or manage both teams, whatever you want to call it. And essentially, it came down to Los Luchadors at the time, now Eminence, were kind of jealous of High Voltage, because while High Voltage were beating them and earning more title shots than them, they were failing every time. That led to Los Luchadors and High Voltage having a match at Wrestle Empire in a tables match for the managerial skills of Mr. Peter Michaels. Only one team was going to walk out of Wrestle Empire with those manager skills. And what happens? It was less than a minute long. As soon as the table got put in the ring, High Voltage got put through a table. Los Luchadors kept the championship. And the ref, distracted by the turnbuckle cover, did not count as a pinfall. Though, that being said, last week, this man right here, Quantum, formerly El Hero de Vex, turned on Peter Michaels, claiming that Los Luchadors and the Chick Crew are now going by the name of Eminence. And they no longer need the managerial skills of Peter Michaels. And Quantum was going to attack Mr. Michaels with a chair, and Ledesma of High Voltage came to his rescue. And I think earned the respect of Mr. Michaels and got his managerial skills back, because he's out here tonight here against these 2. Now, I'm getting word that these 2 teams will face off. High Voltage and Eminence will face off at Blood and Thunder this weekend. Now, you may notice that this episode went up on a Thursday this week. And that's because our PLE will be a 3-night event. So, it'll be this episode going up on Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will all be nights of the PLE, and then starting back next week, we'll be back to our regular Sunday night programming. I'm showing how that works out for you guys. If not, moving forward to next PLE, the episode will go out on the Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be the PLE. So let me know what you guys feel about that. And Quantum just adding insult to injury here. Getting that count-out victory leading into their tag team match at the PLE. Will Eminence walk out victorious at the PLE? We'll find out. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the main event of the evening. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Justice Young. A man who didn't have the most successful run here in the company last season. He kind of disappeared for a while at the end of last season, making his return at the Road to Destiny Rumble, and it kind of fizzled out again. But this is his chance to reclaim his career here in this match, in this Warrior Path Championship, representing Pool 1, in which we've already seen Chase Samuels versus Tommy Tornado in Night 1. And so far, Tommy Tornado, with the victory over Chase Samuels, has proved that the rookies are better in this pool. Will Justice Young put that rumor to rest here tonight? Or will his opponents shut him out and earn 2 points, moving on to their 2 matches at the PLE, where they will both be facing the veterans of the company, with Justice Young taking on Tommy Tornado and Chase Samuels taking on Justice Young's opponent here tonight. Who is this man about to walk out to the ring right now? Ladies and gentlemen, it is beautiful Bart Marshall. Now, you have to think the implications of this match and then the 2 matches at the PLE could essentially mean, mathematically wise, if Bart Marshall wins here tonight and then goes on to the PLE with Bart Marshall and Tommy Tornado both winning their matches at Blood and Thunder this weekend, it could essentially mean that Chase Samuels and Justice Young are mathematically eliminated from their pool, meaning that they don't have to face each other, and it would just be the match that Bart Marshall and Tommy Tornado would originally have to have in the pool normally would be the tiebreaker to see who moves on to the semifinals in the next PLE. But as I said, to do that, beautiful Bart Marshall has to beat Justice Young here tonight, and then has to beat Chase Samuels at the PLE. So it's not an easy feat to go up against 2 veterans, get 2 victories, and then you also have to require Tommy Tornado to get a victory over this man Justice Young as well for that to count. So that is 3 matches that you have to have specific victors for that to happen. Otherwise, Chase Samuels and Justice Young could still technically stay here in this tournament. But for now, we focus on this match right now. And Snake Eyes in the corner. And beautiful Bart Marshall just dominating this match so far in the match. That was a very redundant statement just then, but I digress. Bart Marshall just dominating in the early goings here. I don't think Just Shung's had a single punch in so far. And Bart Marshall's just been dominant. Now, while technically a rookie here in World Wrestling Affliction, Bart Marshall has a 10-year career behind him. So he is in no way, shape, or form a rookie in any sense. Oh, a nice roll up. Big slam there. Goes for the cover with the bridging pin. Only, not even a 1 count. The ref was a bit slow there. And then Bart Marshall immediately back on the offensive. Now, going out to the ring now, we've already seen 2 count-out victories here tonight. Do we want to see another one? Probably not. Count-out victories are the bane of my existence here in World Wrestling Affliction. But Bart Marshall just attacking this man, just beating him down. Now Young gets him back in the ring. Collar and elbow tie up. Gets him in the ropes. Young taunting Bart Marshall now. Maybe showboating isn't what you need to do when you're in a chance for a world title. Oh, what a move there from Justice Young. Distracting Bart Marshall with the flip through the ropes. Again with the showboating. Definitely not what you want to see. I mean, we just saw last week with Julius Gray showboating against Jeremiah Stone. It did not work for him. And it's not working for Justice Young now. This beautiful Bart Marshall just dominating the competition right now. And a slap to the back of the head. Big punches. Axe handle to the back. And again, with the tricky moves, tricking Bart Marshall there. Justice Young with the dodge there. Bart Marshall very much on the offensive for this entire match. Young has gotten a few hits in, but he keeps showboating. Oh, a big boot. Puts Justice Young down. And the big, beautiful slam goes to the cover now. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Beautiful Marshall with the big, beautiful slam. Earns himself 2 points. And if things go right at the PLE, he could be only 2 matches away from earning himself a spot in those semifinals. But congratulations to Bart Marshall, and we will see you tomorrow for the night 1 of Blood and Thunder.